Jai Hind everyone, myself Aastha Sharma from Computer Science and Engineering College at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, and my subject is Python programming, and I will talk about today what is the use of dictionary in Python programming. So basically in Python programming, dictionary can be used as a built-in function, and that stores the value in the form of the key and the value pairs, right? So the dictionary, it is the type of the data structure that stores the variable or the values in the form of key and the value. For example, if I talk about the programming language, if I have the value of key, first you need to remember the representation of the dictionary in Python programming can be represented with the curly braces, right? Curly braces. So for example, the representation of the dictionary in Python is key and the value pair. So the key represent any type of the variable or any type of the data type you defined in the Python program. For example, I defined in the form of the integer, right? So 1 is defined as the key in terms of the dictionary Python, and semicolon, the representation of the dictionary in Python. Value, for example, I defined 1 is for fruit. So this is the value of the key pair, right? So this can be generated or integrated that the dictionary in Python programming language. Now the value can be of any type of the data type, or it can be duplicated. So the number can be repeated many of the times, right, in the Python dictionary, whereas keys cannot be repeated. You can repeated the value of any type of the data in Python dictionary, but you can't repeat it. The key is represented in the dictionary, right? And it must be immutable. Immutable means once it is generated or it is created, it cannot be changed, right? Next, let's see the example how you can represent the Python dictionary in. For example, let's take the example. The data is stored in the form of key and value pair that defines the dictionary in Python. Next, which makes, what is the main purpose of implementation of dictionary in Python? It makes it easier, wide, flexible, easy to understand and identify each keys and the values defined in the dictionary, right? So dictionary keys are case sensitive. How I can say that it is a case sensitive? Because the same name, which means the same keys or the same value, same name, but it has a very different case of the keys, will treat it as a very distinctively. Separately it can be treated. So we say that dictionaries keys are very case sensitive. Next is keys must be immutable. As you know, I earlier discussed about that the dictionary is immutable, right? The keys defined in dictionary is immutable. So once the keys is generated, or it can be implemented, or it can be in the form of any string, number and tuple, but not in the list. You cannot implement a dictionary in the form of list and in the form, but you can implement it in the form of tuple and any string value, right? Next is key must be unique. Yeah, it means the value of the keys must be unique. That's why it is immutable, right? So the duplicate keys are not allowed. On any duplicate keys can be override as a previous value, right? Next is dictionary internally uses the hashing. Hashing you already learned in data structure, right? So it uses the type of hashing algorithm. It is implemented in this. So dictionary uses the hashing, and the operations is various operation, not various, few operations can be implemented in dictionary, like the searching, insertion, deletion, or it can be performed at any time of the constant time, right? Next is how you can access the item in dictionary. As I earlier told about you, the dictionary can be created with the curly braces, right? So in curly braces, the representation of the dictionary is in the form of the key or the value. So here in program, you can see we defined the key. The key in this dictionary form, we have the name of the number one key is name, The number 2 is key is in the form of the integer function, right? The number 3 is in the form of the list function, right? Tuple and list, right? So let's see. So different types of categorization is performed in the dictionary items, right? So in this, you need to remember we can access a value of the dictionary by using the key. With the help of the key, you can access the data in the dictionary, just like you access the data in data structure in array by indexing value, right? So same as it is, you can access the value of the dictionary by using the key, and key within a square bracket, or you can get the function or get the value by using the built-in function that is in the dictionary is get function. So with the help of the get function, you can get the key value, right? So let's see. In this, different types of categorization of the data types was present in dictionary. How you can access? You can, number 1, you can access by using the key value. So you just simply write the print D. D means whole dictionary item is stored in the D variable, right? And in D, what type of keys you need to access the data? So let's say I can take the data of the name only. So write the name key, right? So you can get the value output of the name key, right? Next, you can also another use how you can access the data dictionary item in Python. Just simply use the get function. Get function is a built-in function which is used in the Python programming language. It is mainly used for the you can also use in the dictionary also. So just you need to just write the get D dot get what type of the key value? Name, right? Understood? Next is adding and updating the dictionary item. How you can add the dictionary to the list and how you can update the value or the item and the key in the dictionary. So as you can see, the value, the list of the dictionary is it can be represented with the help of the curly braces. Here is the key 1, 2 and 3, and the value of each key is this, right? Next is how you can add the value by using, we can add the new key value pair or updating the value by using the assignment, right? So how you can assign? Whole this data is stored in D variable. So D, if you need to add any type of the new data, just represent the key new. So the key is H, value is H, and key is H, and the value is 22, right? Simply, and just write the print D, and then you can get the whole value at the end of the value. Adding the dictionary item was updated, right? Next is how you can updating an existing value in dictionary. Just simply write the key and just write the update this key value to this, right? So the value can be updated. Next is removing the dictionary item. How you can remove the dictionary item? So here are few steps or the few built-in functions is available in Python programming. The number 1 is delete function. So delete function is mainly used for removing an item with the help of the keys. You just simply write the key and just write the print D, so it deletes the value of that particular element is present in the dictionary. Next is pop function. Pop function removes an item by the key and it returns its value. Next is clear function. Clear function is defined as that the empties, like it clears all the dictionary items is available in the Python programming, right? Next is pop item. All you just need to remove a value, remove and return the last key value pair. So let's see the examples. For example, you have just taken the any type of the example. The dictionary is created, right? And after that, you need to perform what type of what type of the built-in function is delete. For example, you need to perform the delete function. Delete function says that removes an item by key. So in this you remove the item by key. How you can remove? Just simply write the delete function, delete, right? Whole this value is the list, dictionary list is stored in D variable. Just call it del D, then just write in D the any type of the key value. For example, you need to delete the item is for age. So you just write the age and just write it the print D. It removes the value of the D, as you can see, right? Next is pop function. So pop function, you need to remove an item by key and return its value. How you can implement this? By using the pop function. All you just need to write, created a new type of variable, right? So D dot pop. Pop what? Pop for the first key value. That pop value is stored in variable, and print, simply write the print value, right? So give you the value of the first key, right? Next is clear. Clear, which means it empty your whole key value. So you just need to write, represent. How you can represent it in Python programming? Just simply write key comma variable, right? Key comma the last value, variable is stored, value equal to D. The whole list is stored in dictionary list is stored in D variable. D dot, just simply write the pop item function, and you can write the print function, which type of the key and value you needed to pop the item, right? Just simply write. Oh, sorry, I just explained the pop item functions, right? So just simply write the pop item function and print D. It gives you the next value, right? And for clear, it gives you the empty. Just simply write D dot clear function. It clears all the items was present in the dictionary, right? Next is iterating through a dictionary. You can iterate a dictionary by using the for loop. In Python, we using the for loop, iterating the dictionary. So we can iterate over a key by using the key method. In this, you needed to perform the key methods for using the iterate the keys. Next is, you can, for keys you just need the key function, and for values you need the value function to iterate, and or you can use the both function. So both function, both value, you need to perform key and value at the same time. You just write the item function, right, in a loop. So let's see the example. As you can see, the dictionary represented. Next is, you can iterate by a key. Just simply write for loop for key in D. So D in D is the key, right? For keys in D, and just print the key. So it prints the key value. And if you write the value, D dot value, it prints the value. And if you needed to iterate over a key and value pair, you just needed to write the item, D dot item functions. So all these three functions are built-in function in Python programming, which is related to the dictionary and can be implemented in dictionary, right? Next is nested dictionary, right? Nested dictionary, which means, let's understand the diagram. It is represented. For example, there are number of keys. The number 1, the number 2, the number 3. Each key represents its value pair. So the number 1 key represents the article 1, the number 2 represents the article 2, and suppose the third key represented the nested key, which means the third key has nested keys. For example, few nested keys was present, A, B and C, and all these nested key has their own value, right? This nested dictionary you already learned in the nested if else condition, which is called the elif conditions, right? Let's see the examples. The dictionary represented, curly braces started for the dictionary in Python. There are numbers of the dictionary keys represented, and the third key represents the nested key, right? Next, you just simply write the print D and you can get the output. right? Let's see the various operations is performed in Python programming. The number one is creation. How you can create the dictionary by using for dictionary creation we use the dict function, and for adding and updating the program we use another functions. Then we have the dictionary removal program, dictionary access program, dictionary conversion program, and dictionary program which involving the list, and dictionary is also involved the string, tuples and set, right? Let's understand how you can create the dictionary. You just needed to write the simply built-in function is dict function. So by using the dict function you can created your own dictionary. Let's see, the d function was variable. In dict function you just simply write the key and the value of each and just simply write the print d. Your list can be converted into the dictionary. Next is by using the default dict. How you can, by using the default it automatically initializes the missing value with a default value, and it particularly useful for the grouping multiple values that has the same value without any explicit key or existing checks, right? Let's see. Let's collect the data from collection, import the default dictionary. Just collected that functions from the collections, right? Generated your own A and D default dictionary. After that you just uses the for loop. For loop for what? For loop for accessing the data in the form of the key and value, and that can be stored in the A. Whole this data is stored in A. After that just simply call d key dot append. Append is used for adding the value, then simply write the dict, right? Next is using set default. It simplifies the dictionary creation by initializing the key using the default value, and if they don't already exist it approach a very dynamic handling data where the keys may appear in the multiple times. As you can see the data is generated, right? After that we just simply generated the empty dictionary, and for accessing the data key and value from the A, then set default key for what keys and append the value, right? And just write the simply print the. By using the loop, you can using the loop for creating a dictionary or iterating over two lists or handling the data by using the key value assignments. So this method is very useful for adding operations or transforming any type of the required data before storing the data. Let's take the keys and the value pairs. After that just generated the empty dictionary. After generating the empty dictionary using the for loop for I in range function, range and the length function, length of the keys, and just simply write the keys and value and print the D. You can get the output. Next is enumerate function in dictionary. Enumerate, it is used for assigning the any type of the index which is used to each element can be iteratable, and it makes it very useful for generating the dictionary with a numeric keys. And with the help of the numeric keys it applies a list comprehension, and we can create a list in the form of the index and value pair, and that can be converted into the dictionary by using the dict functions, and it ensures a structure and order mapping of the element in Python programming. Let's take the examples in the form of the list. A variable, then just simply write the value for loop and for IDX, and then value for the enumerated, and just simply write the print D. Next is you can create your dictionary with the help of the sets. So it is a very creating task in the dictionary in Python programming. That sets in Python involves a various numerous of multiple uniquely values which can specify the keys, and it ensures the membership checks, eliminating the membership checks, and also eliminating the duplicates. Let's take the examples of the roll number, Aadhaar number, and let's just combine in the form of the keys and the value. So in this you just created the simply empty dictionary, and in empty dictionary use if or else condition. If the roll number is not D, then just set it. because in empty dictionary there is nothing in the data, there is nothing in this dictionary to call the keys and the values. So we just needed to put that all data with the help of the set functions. Then if that is not, then using the set functions and then print D, you can get it your output. Next, you can create it your dictionary with the help of the string also. How you can, it can often involves a very converting a string representation in the dictionary in the form of the keys and the pair that transform the string in the Python dictionary, right? Next is using the execute function. It is the one of the another function which is implemented in the Python programming, and it is kind of similar to the evaluate function, but it is more general purpose languages. It can be executed arbitrary Python code, and it can be used when the code is code in the string, and it may be contain multiple type of the Python statement like evaluate, execute comes that comes with a very security risk, and when it's working, it can give you the wrong output, right? So let's take the examples. For example, the set was created, the list dictionary was created, and then we use simply using the execute function, it can give you the output of the particular input, right? Next is you can created your dictionary with the help of the tuples. How you can, it is the one of the creating task in the tuple that involves the mapping of the each key in the terms of the value of the tuples of values, right? It enables the structured data storage and its quicks and the lookups. For example, let's take the examples of the name. We have the name Bobby and Ojasvi, and there is a corresponding foods they were eating in like the chapati and the roti, and there is also the parotha, idli and dosa. The goal is to generate the dictionary, like the Bobby is eat the chapati and Ojasvi was eat paratha, idli and dosa. Let's create it. So by using the literal, like dictionary literal, it is the one of the keys that map the tuple values, and it is the best suited for the predefined data set, and where is does not require the any change frequency, right? So we have the dictionary in the form and can be printed. Next is using dict function. You can create it, as I already told, you can create it your dictionary, it can be created, right? Next is dictionary comprehension. It is mainly used for existing and sequencing the data, and it can especially performed in the data transformation, mapping the transformation, filtering the transformations, right? So you just needed to write the simply name and the food in the form of the zip value, and can be printed. The dictionary comprehension can be keep the code clean, and it can keep the code readable, right? Next few problems is asking in the exams, and it can be implemented like dictionary problem we have seen in the net, like length of the dictionary by using the length function. Check if keys exist. For length you just write the length function. For check if keys exist, but just write the keys function. If you needed to access the any value by key, just using the value function, right? Removing a key with substring value, sum of all the numeric values in dictionary, removing duplicate dictionary, filtering the dictionary by keys, count frequency of elements, check if two arrays are equal or not, maximize the distance between the two occurrence, 2 count pair sum and the 3 count pair sum in the, it can be implemented, all these various information implemented in the dictionary. So thank you.